And we'll now cross love to a place where Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa will be delivering a speech to launch a program for volunteers. We're now joined by our reporter, Zimkita Manqinana. Zimkita, a very warm good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. What is actually going to happen from where you're standing?
Good morning, Dumelo, and welcome to the Eastern Cape. Well, if I can just give you a brief background about the OR Tambo region here, it's one of the most populated areas here in the Eastern Cape, with 1.4 million residents who reside in this area, and 60% of those residents is unemployed youth who highly depend on government for basic services and needs. Now, how important is the campaign that the Deputy President will be launching today? This is a campaign that the ANC will use to increase its membership. 10,000 volunteers are expected to be introduced today, and they will increase the membership of the ANC and also help in the campaigning process ahead of next year's elections. If you can see behind me, people are starting to make way into the marquee where the Deputy President will address them later today. One of the key issues here in the OR Tambo region that the Deputy President is expected to speak about is factionalism and parallel structures within the ruling party. He's expected to talk about that and also give guidance to members of the ANC on how to address those issues. Also, what is key for him to emphasize is when people go into elections next year, to apply their minds thoroughly so that when they elect leaders, especially councillors that will lead them in communities, to ensure that it's people who are trustworthy and who will be able to finish their 5-year term. So those are some of the things that the Deputy President will speak about. And if I can just zoom in within the OR Tambo district area, there's KSD municipality, which Tata Nelson Mandela comes from, which is within Mthatha. This is a municipality which will be highly contested within the OR Tambo area. We are likely to see new smaller parties who will be contesting in the municipal elections next year. And if I can mention a few, ICASA, which is the local formation that will stand alone in the local government elections in this area. We're also likely to see Ratepayers Association taking part in the political sphere next year, as they are frustrated by lack of services and instability within the delivery of electricity in this area. They are saying they will stand alone as Ratepayers Association within local government elections next year. But what the Deputy President has done since this morning, he has met with traditional leaders. He has also met with a business sector to try and convince them that if they vote the ANC one more time, the issues that were not addressed before these elections will be taken into consideration. So a lot is expected to be happening today here, but most importantly, factionalism and parallel structures are some of the issues that the Deputy President definitely needs to speak about to address them ahead of 2016 elections.
Now, Zimkita, before I let you go, we do know that at the ANC's gathering in Midrand, one of the issues that came out and was at the forefront of the headlines was the fact that the ANC had lost quite a significant number of members since, of course, 1994. How is the Deputy President expected to address that, especially in that particular region?
It's going to be a tough one, especially given the fact that I've already mentioned that there are smaller parties that will be taking a certain percentage within the voters who will be casting the ballots next year. And also, what is critical here is gaining the trust of some of the members who already are speaking to other political parties like the EFF, NFP, DA, and PAC, because even though we know that the membership of the PAC has decreased nationally, but here in the Eastern Cape, especially in the OR Tambo region, the PAC is still, you still see people who are very close to the PAC. So those are some of the things that he really needs to talk to his members to ensure that factionalism and parallel structures are addressed so that those people who were left the ANC come back before 2016 elections.
All right, thank you so much, Zimkita. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. That was our reporter, Zimkita Manqinana, updating us on the Deputy President's visit and address. Of course, he'll be targeting the local elections that will be taking place next year and talking to some of the ANC members about volunteering.